Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Tua to throw right away. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Tua. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Taking it about the 16. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down, back to Sanders. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll go again with Sanders. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 33. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, back to Sanders. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. There'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red zone.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a carry for Sanders. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, check that. Street.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Sanders. And he's brought down.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. The carry here for the big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
A man from the capital of Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. This is Chase Edmonds.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
Broke through some contact, but ultimately only able to get to his own 20.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Ready, set.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action. Here's Tua. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Tua.
Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
Hey, during the course of any game, you'll see tip passes. But how often do we actually see the running back come up and end up making the play?
Well, shifty fella getting in there and grabbing it.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about how running backs have a nose for the end zone. They have a nose for the ball, too. They want it in their hands at all times.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Play action, now it's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Let's go.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
But 1st down, Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's got him in, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
19 strikes.
Hurts. Being chased out left. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays back to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked up by Kaiser White. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0.
Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
2 now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. A good return there, 17 yards, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From midfield, here's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. He had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Check. Three.
Second down, back to Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
when you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Let's go.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, set.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he slings one that's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Tua going to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle here to Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Check mash, check mash.
They give this one to their receiver, Watkins. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold at 10.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. After the sack on 1st down, Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nakobe Dean in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I have me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Down. Hey, check nigga. Ready?
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders.
And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
The kick by Elliott is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive this time, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. With Sanders on 1st down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback.